Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Victory shot time?
There you go.
Man, let's go. Unbelievable. Here we
Cheers.
go. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers to your team. Very good. I mean, for me, tastes sweeter the farther this team goes. I don't know about you.
That'll work. We'll keep getting them. We'll keep
congrats.
bringing them.
How big of a factor was the weather yesterday?
I mean, I think it was probably a little bit. I mean, it was slick. It was the wintry mix. It wasn't just snow. I mean, it was, but everybody played in the same conditions. I thought it was a little bit of a factor. I mean, I don't know if it mattered, I guess, in the outcome of the game, but I mean, it was noticeable.
Is it a disadvantage when you're a quarterback like C.J. Stroud who plays inside a good part of the time?
Again, having never played quarterback, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a lot of guys that have played in elements and had good games. I'm sure it's different. It's probably hard to recreate that weather in Houston or whether you're in a dome or not.
Mike, when you look at this defense, especially, what you guys were able to do again yesterday, talk a little bit about what, obviously these players, this coaching staff, defensively, the approach that you take in every week. What are you seeing? What are you loving from what they're doing?
Well, they play hard. I think that's the thing. They play full tilt to the tackle. I think that they prepare. They try to have an understanding of what the plan is and what we need to take away or what we're trying to do each and every week. I feel like they're building confidence each and every week. I think they knew that the red zone wasn't where it should be throughout the year. Guys, teams didn't get down there a bunch, but when they did, they were scoring touchdowns. And, we've gone on a pretty good red zone streak here defensively the last probably 3 games.
Back to the weather, because it seemed like what you said after the game was you were going to celebrate it, but the guys weren't satisfied. So they weren't blaming any of the mistakes on the weather. What did you mean by not satisfied? And is it just they believe that they could play better than what they put out yesterday despite the win?
Well, I mean, I think we are trying to, enjoy these things, but also not get caught up in thinking that this is the end of the journey. We have another huge opportunity in front of us, an exciting one that our fans and everybody, a part of our ownership and team and everybody should be excited about.
Can you believe you're here? Like that, given where you started, your introductory press conference last January, February, all the games and all the practices in between, that you are 1 win away from the Super Bowl.
I joke about this, but it's serious. With no expectations, you can't be disappointed. So I just try to come to work each day and figure out, what it is that we have to do. And if we're getting ready for games, then I'm going to try to get everybody prepared and try to have a plan. And then if we're not, then we'll figure out what part of the off season that we're in. So I just haven't gotten caught up into it too much. I just want to try to, be great for everybody here.
Mike, when you start to look at where you are offensively and maybe a little bit of the struggles that you're having, but you're making the big plays when you need to make them most, what are some of the things, especially from maybe an O-line, quarterback standpoint, ball security, be able to create points off the turnovers? What do you think you guys got to do a little bit better this week?
Take care of the ball, not let the quarterback get hit.
You have been very good about not letting the outside noise affect you guys. But after, in the locker room, a lot of guys said they saw what ESPN, that entire panel picked the Texans.
I knew they wouldn't listen to me.
And then the Texans defense was such a big point of conversation going into this one. Do you feel like your guys take that as a chip on their shoulder?
Whatever they take to go and play well, I'm all for.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I mean, we have to try to outplay the other team's defense each week. And, if our, we get the ball down, and if there's a turnover, we have to go out there and sudden change and, all those things. And so whatever motivates them, I figure that they're going to be motivated by something. I hope it's just to make the plays necessary to win. The thing I appreciate is that we're working together and fighting together to create turnovers. There's a lot of group efforts going into those turnovers, whether it's, a pass rush or somebody tips a ball or, the call and the disguise or whatever that may be. I think that's been the thing that's, I've enjoyed watching.
Maybe a little bit different this week in your approach because you're favored in this game.
I don't know if that'll be a different approach. We'll just try to come up with a message and come up with some keys and a game plan that we feel like gives us the best chance to go out there. And I don't think that anything's going to change whether we're favored or not favored, or we just got to go back on the road.
How much does it change your approach, given Stidham in there for Bo Nix, who's done for the year? Do you rely on any of the coaches here that had coached him when he was here?
He hasn't thrown a pass since 2023, so we'll have to kind of figure out. I'm sure that again, I like Jared. I know that we did a lot of work on him in the off season here with free agency, and Josh has coached him. He's probably ready to go. Obviously, preparing as a starter each and every week, and really early in the preparation. Not sure how much things will change based on the quarterback in there or what they're asking him to do, and we'll just have to get started here today, and they got an extra day on us to get going with this preparation.
How do you handle that balance? It's because it is such an interesting dynamic that nowadays guys with social media and being able to see what people are saying about, them or the team and the respect and, who they're picking. How do you handle that balance of like, all right, guys, we need to focus on what's going on in these walls and not let the outside distractions bother us, but knowing it's a social media world and it's like at their fingertips?
Well, I think there's things that are interesting and there's things that are important. And we try to focus on the things that are important and not the things that are interesting. There's a lot of things that are like, okay, this is cool, but we have to focus on what's important, and that's, how we prepare each and every week, and our identity and the belief that our guys have in each other. Those are the things that are important.
Any thought to going out a day early? I don't know what you've done in the past when going to Denver to get ready for the altitude. How do you guys prep for that?
Physiologically, it takes about a week and a half. So,
so it won't help.
They weren't going to let us go last Thursday to get ready for it. A day isn't going to do anything. Other than mentally, I think the better you play, the less effect it'll have. But physiologically, unless you're out there a week and a half early, So I've been out there before, and we'll have to play well, and be ready to go, and that's just what it is.
I love when they cut to you on the sideline after a touchdown, but you keep a pretty good poker face. The Kayshon Boutte touchdown catch, how unbelievable was that for you as a coach to watch? Because you kept it pretty professional, but internally you must have been freaking out like everybody else.
Sure, and I think that just Kayshon's growth as a person and as a teammate, really just seen him open up since I've been here, and he's really trusted Todd and Todd Downing and his, the rest of the receivers, and it's a really good group just from the standpoint that everybody helps, everybody contributes. You saw it again last night, and so anytime that Kayshon, I do feel I like his competitiveness, and that showed up last week, it showed up last night, and I'm happy for him.
You make it a point, and I caught a glimpse of it on social media. In the tunnel after the game, celebrating. I forget who it was you were celebrating with. Do you ever get an opportunity or a chance to just sit there and kind of reflect on the genuineness that your players believe and have in you? Because it's so difficult to find, especially in the world of sports and in football. But, like, I believe just watching it, I'm not part of it, but I feel like they really believe that genuineness that you give them.
I try to be as authentic as I possibly can every single day. It's not all smiles. It's not. And so, but I try to get around the building. I try to have some sort of relationship with each and every guy. I appreciate, what they do and how they play and their style and their demeanor and all that other stuff. And, I don't know if I reflect back on it. I appreciate it. I try to do it every single day, not just, that little snippet after the game.
How do you feel like Drake's handled the playoffs so far, the pressure of the playoffs and in the locker room and out on the field?
Yeah, I don't think the pressure of that. I think that there's been some, plays that, again, the ball security and the things like that. But, This is ball security is, we have to all take ownership. We've been through this earlier in the year. So, we have to take care of the ball, and then we have to take care of the guy with the ball. We have to protect the guy with the ball. So there's a little bit of twofold there, and that'll have to improve. But I don't think the pressure, he's made some big-time throws. He made a big-time throw on 4th and 1 and blitz 0, and he made some other really good throws. And then there was other times where the receivers, helped him out, and whether that's Kayshawn or, Stephon and 3rd down. But I think it's been the pressure I don't think has been an issue.
Protecting him, do you feel like Will Campbell's been at 100%?
100%. How do you mean 100%?
Health-wise, feeling good coming back?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's limiting him. I mean,
Okay.
he has to just, he has high expectations for himself, and we have high expectations for him too. And each opportunity out there is a learning experience, and he's signed up to play a tough position.
Right.
Just like Gonzo. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, just like Gonzo and CD. There's just places where, you have to be great, and that's the investment that we make in those players, and those are the guys that we want out there. And you just have to come back, bounce back. It's like giving up a pass or a touchdown for a corner. Like, you got to line back up, and you got to keep playing. And CD challenges and competes, and sometimes they call him, and sometimes we intercept him, and sometimes we bat him down. We had 14 PBUs. So you have to play aggressive out there, because if not, it's just going to be a lot of pitch and catch.
Saw Ty Law on the field pregame talking to Gonzo. Just be careful there. He's always advocating, telling these guys they deserve more money. So just be careful. All right.
Ty's got a lot of stories.
Yes, he does.
He tells a lot of stories.
Well, he told
some
one-
are accurate and some aren't.
Well, I was going to ask. I mean, did you have a flask in the locker room?
I've never had a flask in the
You
locker
didn't have a flask in the.
room.
Did you?
These stories sound good nowadays. It's, Ty sells a liquor for a living, so I'm sure he's trying to push his product.
Okay, so you're not
Yeah,
a
don't
quick,
let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Okay,
It's
all
always
right.
the story's always better than the facts, anyways. But you talk about Will Campbell, and he signed up to play a hard position. Doesn't get any easier this week
No.
with Benito and Cooper.
That's the league. That's
Yeah.
the NFL.
So what are some of the I know it's you can't really give us all the insight that you give them, but you played that position. You can help better than anybody. What are some of the things that maybe you're telling them? Hey, here's what you might want to think about going into these games, especially when you got these unbelievable pass rushes.
I mean, every play is different. Every scheme is, play call dictates what the depth of the quarterback is, or where the launch spot, or where the slide protection is, or any of those things. So again, it's about us staying balanced. You don't want to turn games into a drop back game in this league. You don't want to do that. When you get behind and you're forced to throw and get into a drop back game, that's not where we want to live. We want to continue to stay balanced and make sure that we're all doing our part to protect the guy with the ball. And usually that's the quarterback. And we've talked about this. When the quarterback gets hit, bad things happen for the offense and good things happen for the defense.
Mike, you deflect almost all praise and give it to the players. I'm curious, what has this team taught you, if anything, as a head coach? What has this season brought you that you've witnessed with these guys that are on this team?
Yeah. So just going back and, trying to reflect on, coming here with Robert and Jonathan, giving us the support to build this thing, and giving us the support to work with Elliot and Ryan and Stretch and myself. And I'm thankful for that. And I think that those guys let me do my job. They've allowed us the resources to go and build something in the offseason. And when you talk about that, it was about bringing these guys together. And I think just appreciating everybody's journey, whether it's a high draft pick, whether it's an undrafted player, whether it's a player that had been on a few teams before this and is getting a new opportunity, or is one of those free agents that we talked about, is taking a lot of pride in just building the team and then protecting the team. And I think that's probably the thing that I love just to do, is see the guys come together in the relationships, and then they go out and they play together. And I think that's reflective of kind of the feelings that I get watching them interact with each other throughout the week.
Well, we appreciate you doing this with us every week. We know
Yeah.
we know you got a lot going on.
Shit, we got another one next Monday.
But, okay. All right. Okay.
You guys are getting free radio. It's like when those games go to extra innings. All right. Free baseball.
Yeah, nothing in this world is free, Mike. You know that.
Oh, I mean, I pay,
blueberries. Those shots.
I pay every week in blueberries. You like those?
They are great.
They're very,
Shots are getting easier though.
That's
You're getting
like
used
them?
to it.
Yeah, I'm
Because
getting
you're
used
getting
to it now.
healthier.
Go get them. Go get them,
Thank you.
coach.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it,
All
guys.
right, that is Mike Vrabel, head coach of the New England Patriots.